What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Chris, and I'm back at it again with another banger video. You already know what video I am reacting to. You already know a lot about 6ix9ine, but I just want to watch this video to see what else done happened, because I haven't heard a lot about him in a cool minute. So yeah, let's get straight into it. But if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're not, please like this video, comment something down below in the comment section. You know, enough of me talking. Let's get straight into this video.
6ix9ine is one of the most famous rats in hip-hop. The rapper shocked the world after he agreed to testify against members of his former gang, the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods. Now he's back on the street like nothing happened. But the 9 Treys he snitched on still ain't forgot about the rapper. 6ix9ine is originally from Bushwick, Brooklyn. He blew up in late 2017 with the success of his track Gummo. The video for the song was shot on the block in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, and featured a large group of Bloods, many from the 9 Trey Gangsters. One of the...
Oh yeah, I know I paused it early, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. They're not about to forget about him until he's dead, because he snitched. No cap. He should have just left it all alone, and he should have made his own little lane, stayed in it. But who knows? He might not have blown up. So he rich though. You just gotta be careful.
Bloods in the video was a dude named Shotty, who became 6ix9ine's manager and introduced him to other high-ranking members of the gang. 6ix9ine wasn't from the gang before that video shoot. He grew up in the neighborhood, and many people knew him, but he never got put on to officially claim 9 Trey. The rapper got a lot of criticism early on after images popped up online showing him claiming Crip before he was famous. But 6ix9ine just brushed that off and said he was never really a Crip. He just knew some people who were, so he went with it. But Shotty noticed that 6ix9ine had a talent for attracting attention and saw an opportunity to make money. So he introduced him to the rest of the crew. He was right about the money part, but the overall decision later led to his downfall. The video for Gummo was a hit and racked up hundreds of millions of views on YouTube. It peaked at number 12 on Billboard and stayed on the chart for 20 weeks straight. Something about a rainbow-haired rapper posted on the block with a bunch of Bloods got the world's attention.
He got a lot of money.
Viral. But 6ix9ine was doing more than just hanging around the 9 Treys and shooting music videos. He got heavily involved in the gang activities like drug dealing, attempted murders, kidnapping, extortion, and a long list of other crimes. But while he was committing these crimes, he was also blowing up in the rap game. Part of what helped 6ix9ine advance his career was the constant beef he was starting with other rappers, from Chief Keef to YG to Jay Prince. And part of what gave him the confidence to even start these beefs was because he had the protection of the 9 Trey Bloods.
Trying to mess with Chief Keef, that was a dumb move by him. I would have left him alone. I would have left all of them alone. But leave Chief Keef alone.
In the history of music. But behind the scenes, his relationship with his gang was becoming strained. In the early morning of July 22nd, 2018, 6ix9ine got kidnapped, beaten, and robbed by 3 men in Brooklyn. He just finished filming the video for the song Fifi, featuring Nicki Minaj and Murder Beats, when he was snatched up and pistol whipped by 3 robbers outside of his crib. They beat him up and stole about $750,000 in custom jewelry and $35,000 in cash. 6ix9ine managed to escape and called the cops, who took him to the hospital. At first, many fans thought the robbery was fake and just a publicity stunt to hype up his album. But 6ix9ine made it clear that it was real. It later came out in court that he was kidnapped by members of his former gang, directed by Anthony Harp Ellison, a high-ranking member of the 9 Treys. Harp felt like 6ix9ine was making the gang look weak with his behavior and wanted to send a message. The entire incident was captured on tape, and Harp was convicted of the kidnapping because of 6ix9ine's testimony. By that point, tension was already forming between 6ix9ine and his gang. The rapper accused Shotty, who was acting as his manager, of stealing money from him and sleeping with his baby mama, Sarah Molina. Both Shotty and...
She bad, though. She can get it. Hey, she can get it. Hey, hold on, wait. Hey, I just want to say, if you watching this, you know, I don't got no color hair or anything like that, but I'm...
Sarah have denied this accusation, but 6ix9ine has continued to use that as a reason for snitching. So with all this tension building, it was only a matter of time before something bad happened. On November 16, 2018, 6ix9ine did an interview with The Breakfast Club where he said the only thing he feared was God and the FBI.
Only 2 things I'm scared of in life. God first, and the FBI.
2 days later, on November 18, 6ix9ine, Shotty, and 3 other associates were arrested in a major RICO indictment. 6ix9ine was hit with federal firearms charges, conspiracy to commit murder, armed robbery, and other charges. He was facing life in prison if convicted. He was denied bail and forced to stay in a metropolitan detention center in Brooklyn. At first, he got placed in general population, but after getting into it with some Crips, the rapper got sent to a different facility for security reasons. So, facing the possibility of life in prison, 6ix9ine decided to break the street code and cooperate with the authority. He told him everything he knew about the operations of the gang. On February 1st, 2019, 6ix9ine pled guilty to 9 charges. The few weeks later, it was revealed that he signed a plea agreement to fully cooperate with authorities in the case in exchange for a reduced sentence. During the trial, not only did he snitch on members of his own gang, but he also agreed to testify about gang affiliations of other rappers like Trippie Redd, Jim Jones, and Cardi B. In total,
wait, hold up. He just put the Cardi B. He just put Nicki Minaj. What the hell?
Redd, Jim Jones, and Cardi B.
Hold up. Yeah, that's Nicki. That ain't Cardi B. Nah, but I do want to say though, a lot of people, they joke about 6ix9ine and stuff about that situation, but like, a lot of y'all would snitch. Like, if you think about it, if y'all saw, you know, we all saw the situation he was in. A lot of y'all would probably snitch at that point, because y'all probably like, damn, I ain't trying to go to jail for however long. A lot of y'all would snitch. That's some, but which I understood why he snitched, but then also look at what you got into. You know what I mean? You can't snitch. Sorry.
In total, 11 other members of the 9 Bloods were brought down in the indictment and either pled guilty or were found guilty in court. On 18, 6ix9ine was sentenced to 2 years in prison in order to pay a $35,000 fine, complete 1,000 hours of community service, and serve 5 years of supervised release. He was awarded time served for the 13 months he was already in jail. Then, in April 2020, he got out and was ordered to serve the rest of his sentence on house arrest. The COVID-19 pandemic had just begun, and the judge approved his release because he suffers from asthma. So, after spending less than 18 months behind bars, 6ix9ine was now a free man. Many assumed he was going to witness protection after getting out, but he turned it down and decided to hire his own security instead so he could continue his music career. Many thought this would be a death sentence, but surprisingly, 6ix9ine was able to return home and get right back to the annex that made him famous. Wow. He dropped the track Gooba in May 2020.
Hey, I will say, I give 6ix9ine his credit. When it comes to like marketing himself and just marketing everything else and like actually catching people's attention, I will say when it comes to like the business, he's smart as hell. He is a smart individual. Cause like whenever he got out of jail, he was going on IG Live. Y'all saw how much people he had in that. And then he was just dropping music. Just drop it. And he was getting so much money from it. He knows what he's doing. That's the thing. He knows what he's doing.
Racked up hundreds of millions of views. At one point in the video,
hold on. For the boys.
He dropped the track Gooba in May 2020, which quickly racked up hundreds of millions of views. At one point in the video, a picture of a rat is animated over his face, just to taunt the people he put in prison. But after that, 6ix9ine's music career started to die down. He got canceled by the hip-hop community, and few other rappers would be seen with him. He still had some success with his music, but nothing close to the level he was at earlier in his career. He's continued to troll other rappers and start beef online, which has gained him some clout. And now that everyone knows he's working with the feds, he won't have the same impact. He regained the spotlight for a moment after going on DJ Academic's new podcast, Off the Record, with Wack 100. He sat down with Wack to discuss why he snitched and what it means to be a gangster. The podcast was all over the place, but it went viral and put the rapper's name back in the headline. During the interview, he made some shocking statements. He revealed that he often goes outside with no security and doesn't fear for his life. He also said he keeps $1 million in cash on him and has no fear of getting robbed. Even if he has no security with him, he still benefits from the fact that if anything happens to him, the police will be all over it. But he's still desperate for the respect he feels like he lost from snitching and is out to prove that he's the toughest rapper in the industry, even though he snitched. 6ix9ine may feel comfortable walking around without security now, but none of the 9 members he put in jail forgot about what he did. After the interview with Wack 100, 6ix9ine did a series of conversations on Clubhouse where he tried to shift the blame onto other members of the 9 Blood. He accused his former associate, Kuda B, of snitching on himself during the trial.
Oh, wow.
As part of a plea deal, Kuda admitted to being involved in the shooting of Chief Keef outside the W Hotel in July 2018. But Kuda said that 6ix9ine was the one who pushed him to do the shooting because he was beefing with Keef at the time. He also claimed he wasn't the main shooter, but doesn't say who was. But according to 6ix9ine, this made him a snitch. Kuda responded from jail to set the record straight and let it be known that his paperwork is good and he's not going back and forth with the rap.
Me cooperating is not even in my schedule. And I got my paperwork right now. I'm in the spot. Gucci niggas know my body. Who is good? Anywhere I go, my paperwork is good.
On Clubhouse, 6ix9ine also suggested that Dipset rapper Jim Jones was also an informant. Jim Jones was also from the 9 Bloods and still had relationships with multiple members that 6ix9ine knew. During the trial, a conversation between Jim Jones and a high-ranking member of the gang named Mel Matrix was played. They agreed that 6ix9ine is embarrassing Shotty. They can be heard saying that the rapper needs to be super violated for disrespect. 6ix9ine questioned how Jim Jones could be caught on tape talking about wanting to take him out, yet face no consequences if he wasn't also cooperating. Wack 100 also agreed with 6ix9ine's claim and called on Jim Jones to explain himself. Jim Jones responded by posting a different conversation he had with Mel Matrix from jail. In the clip, Mel calls Wack and 6ix9ine and says that the Bloods in prison don't respect Wack. During an interview with Academics and Wack 100, 6ix9ine also shared that he recently got a DM from Shotty's IG account. The DM said, "Yo, what's up, Danny? This Kamani. Let me holla at you." Kamani is Shotty's son. 6ix9ine made it seem like he DM'd him to patch things up or ask for money. But apparently, after the interview, Shotty called Academics to make things clear. He said his son wasn't DMing him looking for money, but wanted to run the fade. He also told Academics that there were things 6ix9ine did that never came to light, but they were so bad that his reputation would never recover. That's why he never expected him to snitch and felt so betrayed when he did, because 6ix9ine caused a lot of situations that they're doing time for. But in the end, he don't blame him for his own sentence, because he knew how he was moving. He was ready to kill anyone who messed with him and do 20 years behind it, so he can't blame another man for his circumstances. So even though 6ix9ine escaped prison time, he still has a black cloud hanging over his head. He might be able to move around freely now because he still has the feds on his side, but sooner or later, he's gonna have to face the consequences of his actions.
Just gonna catch up to him.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah, it's 1000% going to catch up to him. I feel like, I don't know when. That's the end of the video too. But I don't know when. But it will eventually catch up to him. Like I said, you chose that life. You chose that life. You gotta live that life. You gotta really be about it if you're gonna choose that kind of life. He chose it. He just didn't want to live like it. But I ain't gonna say too much though. Y'all comment down below. Y'all tell me what y'all think. What would y'all do in that situation? You know, would y'all snitch? Would y'all not snitch? Tell me why. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody, even you right now watching it, I feel like we're thinking the same exact way. But I just want to see what y'all thinking. Like, just comment for me. But I thank y'all, love y'all. And yeah, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to this channel. I'm out. Peace.